Hello, welcome to my channel House of Leo. Today I'm going to show you how to make these lovely diamond granny squares. So let's get started. Starting with your first colour on your hook, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back into your first chain, pull through a loop, and that's created your ring to work into. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and UK treble, US double into the loop. Do that one more time into the ring, sorry. One more time. You have your first group of stitches. So the first 2 rows are the same as an ordinary granny square. We're just going to do 4 groups of 3 trebles, UK or doubles US, with a chain in between each, creating each corner. So I'm going to continue round and do that and come back to you at the end there. I've made it to the last stitch of this round, but I haven't completed the stitch. What I'm going to do now is take my next colour and complete the stitch with that colour. I'm now going to close the square. Using a slip stitch with my new colour. And we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops, 3. Now making sure you're working back into the corner space, we're going to do 2 trebles. Before I do that, actually, make sure, and this is quite important, that the colour you have dropped is being stitched over, so you carry it around with you. So we're doing 2 trebles into there. Now, if you count your chain, you now have 3 stitches in that space. So this is half a corner. Moving on to your next corner, making sure that you're carrying your first colour around with you. Just do an ordinary corner like you would on a normal granny square. Chain 1. So like I said, these first 2 rows are the same as an ordinary granny square until you get round to the very last stitch. So I'm going to carry on round and show you as I get back to the last stitch. So I've made it round to my half corner. I'm going to do 2 trebles into that space. And for this very last stitch, I'm just doing half a stitch. I'm going to drop the yellow down, pick back up the white and complete the last stitch. I'm going to close the square. I always find that a bit tricky. There we are. And chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, making sure that the colour you have dropped is being carried around with you. Do another 2 trebles and making sure you're going into the corner space. Do another half corner, but this time you've got your chain and your first treble crochet, yarn over to do your third treble crochet and only do half a stitch. Drop your white, pick up your yellow, making sure that you are crocheting over the white, carrying it along with you. Finish your stitch, do a treble into the side space, another treble, and now half a treble, dropping your yellow, picking up your white, completing the stitch. Now we're going to do a corner, again making sure you're crocheting over your dropped colour, your loose colour. 1, So this is a full corner, so you do 3, chain 1, and then it will be 3, but it's actually 2.5 because you're going to change colour again. So you do 2, and then you do half a stitch, oops, drop your white, pick up your yellow, change colour, complete the stitch, making sure you're carrying your white along. 1, 2, and then do another half so you can change your colour for the next corner. 1, oops, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 2, and then we're going to change colour again, so we just do half, drop your white, pick up your yellow, complete the stitch. So I shall continue round until I get back to my half a corner again, and I'll come back to you. I've made it back round to my half a corner here. I'm completing the last stitch in the other colour. I'm going to do 1, 1, 2, into the same space as my first half of the corner, and then half a stitch as we want to change colour again, dropping the white, picking up the yellow, and then closing the square. Get in there, go on, there we are. I always find that one tricky. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and then we're going back. Make sure it's in the corner space, and we're doing half a corner again. But for the second stitch, remember we're just doing half a stitch because we want to change back to the white. Carrying your colour along. You may see from the row below, you can see the white carrot that has been carried along just on this first space. I like to just go underneath that, pick it up and tuck it into these stitches. It just hides it a little bit. And with this row we have 2 side spaces, so we're going to continue the white along. This time, because we've now reached another corner, we want to change back to our other colour, so we do half a stitch. Continuing our white around, yarn over, and do your corner. So you're basically changing colour on the just before the first stitch of your corner and just before the last stitch of your corner. So you just change on your corners. Chain 1, 1, 2, and then this is the last stitch of the corner, so I just do half, pick up my white, complete the stitch, and then again we are now going into the side where the first stitch here has the white showing from below, so you can pick that up, making sure you're continuing your yellow underneath, 2, 3, and we have another side space, that's 1, 2, but we're back to a corner, so this last stitch before the corner is a half stitch. Change your colour and complete your corner. 1, 2, 3, chain, 1, 2, and we're on the last stitch of the corner, so we're just going to do half and change our colour back. Going under that white that's just showing there from being brought along in the previous row, just tucking it away. 2, 3, next space, 1, 2, and this is the space before the corner, so it's half. Change your colour back, and another corner, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, and now you're going back to the side, so it's the last stitch of your corner, so you just do half, change it back, going along, tucking in that first carry along there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and this is the last one before the corner, so we just do half, change it, and now we come back to our half a corner, so we're going back into the same space again, 1, 2, and you can now, if you want to continue on round with the pattern, you can change colour again and continue as we have, or if you want to complete your square here, you can complete your stitch and close your square in the same colour, so it doesn't have a funny white patch in the corner there. And that is how you create the diamond. So remember, every time you get to a corner, the last stitch before the corner, you change your colour, you do your corner, and the last stitch of the corner, you change your colour, and that way you have your sides with a change, your corners are the other colour, like that, and you just continue around, and that is what gives it this diamond shape. I think they're really cute. I really like these. I'm going to use them for lots of things, I think. Going to try and make a bag with these ones. Let me know what you think, if you enjoyed making these, and what colours you're going to use. What are you going to make with them? Do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I shall see you next time for my next tutorial. Have an absolutely great day, guys.